Now you don't tell me what to do. What's up with that?
Are we recording?
That's rough.
We are live.
Okay.
I ain't gonna just tell a man to shut up in front of his face.
I'm cool, man. We're good. We're good.
Welcome to the Rough Ashler, episode 11.
11!
11.
All right.
What happened to 10?
All right. What happened to 10 and a half? We just had to raise it.
We had to pay dues. We couldn't afford it. I got those in the mail.
All right. Episode 11. What's been going on?
Actually, a lot. We had the Hagerstown Suns night.
How'd that go?
Yeah, how'd it go?
Nickel threw out the first pitch. It was a strike.
Boss. Epic. It was like 55 mile an hour.
The kid.
55 miles.
Listen, the 8-year-old
Little Timmy beat me, though.
The 8-year-old behind him threw a little bit harder, but he still threw it in there for a strike.
I didn't bounce it off the plate. Suck it, 8-year-old.
But other than that, I mean, the food was always, the food was, it is what it is. They do a good job.
I have a question about
Next
that.
year, we're going to branch off to something else.
What happened to the glasses? We were promised glasses, and we ended up with a color-changing plastic cup.
That's still a glass.
The color changing was an upgrade. You're welcome.
You are a horrible salesman. You're going to go hungry if you have to sell.
You're welcome. Next time you put ice cold water in there and it turns pink, you're
Save the Tatas?
But anyway, next year we're thinking about going to Frederick Keys, which is going to be an awesome time, especially with it being an Orioles organization and they're going to the playoffs this year. They played tonight. I don't know what happened. We'll figure it out sometime.
Choke. I thought he was going to hit me. I'm in the shrine.
Yes, you are.
Hot Sands was amazing.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I have a new respect for ice cream.
Yes.
And I've also learned you don't go with the fudge that hardens on the ice cream.
Hot Sands was a great time. It's for the Shriners to get involved in that. It's a great, fun organization. It really is it's a hilarious.
And they
time.
do a lot for kids.
Yeah,
it's a great.
And there's very very little in the Shriners that's serious, except for our philanthropies and stuff that we look for kids, because that really is exactly what we're about. But as far as the day-to-day operations, you won't see anybody not smiling.
Now, in the spring, at the Valley Mall on Saturday nights,
yes,
they have a car show. And actually, over the summer, the Sierra unit, which is the guys who drive the little red cars, which I'm in,
the Tin Lizzies, yes,
they were actually able to donate a brand new minivan to help get the children from here to the hospital in Philadelphia. So I think that was probably the biggest thing this summer for that organization. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of great people. So if you're a master mason and you're looking to learn a little bit more and get into the funner side of masonry, get stupid.
The more funner?
The fun. The Shrine did that to me.
They're not going to drive the giant 15-passenger van anymore?
Rain or shine, and just did a great job heading that whole thing up.
If you want, come on out, support that, donate, bring your car. Be glad to have you. Push me to a drag. Do we have any other reports?
We just about that or later.
We'll do that later.
Okay.
Report. So we had the Suns night. We had you and the Shriners. You're in the Shriners.
I'm in the Shriners.
Yes.
He's not there.
I'm not there yet.
He kind of.
I just recently
kind of wussed out on the
job.
on the Hot Sands.
Jason Owens.
Jason Owens.
He should be coming back soon, right?
Yeah. He's gonna. He's finally got all his work is huge in the summertime, so he's starting to dial down a little bit now, and he should be back. He called me the other day and said he's ready.
That's good. We need to bring him up to speed. Brother Derby,
What's up?
how are you?
Sexy.
Gross.
Can't say that.
Matter of opinion.
Fair enough.
Maybe to Liberace or Elton John, but not to this guy.
Sing your song.
Believe Liberace was gay.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
And this is what we do. This is what we do. Can you believe it? We do it for free.
Tony Danza is pretty gorgeous, I'm just saying.
Not anymore.
What was he
Wow.
on? Step by Step? Full House?
Who's the boss?
Who's the
boss?
I'm gonna dot your head with this ring. Jeez, that's an insult to Tony Danza.
Hey!
Hey! Stand here. Go green.
We were all on your side, but we're all on your side. We believe in
So
it.
this is actually where we do the podcast from. Literally right here by the shag.
Love
the
it.
dog turd stain right there.
Love it.
Shall we shag now or shag later?
We shall shag now.
Shag wow.
That's shagadelic, baby.
I'm gonna lean back.
Lean back. Out of frame. This is 1080p, kids. So
So I get you.
it'll be on Vimeo later tonight. We gotta make sure we go straight through. No more outtakes, Hauser.
What's Vima?
Vimeo, it's never mind. It's gonna take too long. to get it. You out?
Yes, I have a whole bunch of little.
Is this an outtake?
This must be an outtake.
It's not an outtake.
So we're going to stop in the middle of it and say goodbye. Goodbye. Say, Big Dan, say who you are. What's up?
Oh my! So, moving forward, this month we've got a busy month. We've got Fellow Craft Degree. We're going to be doing the Mummers Parade.
Mummers Parade. There's going to be chairs available out front from the Job's Daughters. $5 a chair if you want to come.
$5.
$5. $5 footlongs.
Front row seats.
Front row seats at Mummers Parade. You come in and out, use the bathroom, come in the Rough Ashler.
South Potomac Street.
If it's cold, you can kind of come in, hang out.
It'll probably be cold in here. They won't turn the heat on.
Yeah. So,
At least you don't have the wind or the...
yeah, so Job's Daughters is putting that on, so get with Jerry Kendall, and he'll be able to reserve you a chair.
Or comment this post, and we'll get you to the proper person you need to be to.
Well, the thing is, it's not only that. It's I think we're going to give everybody a deal. It's going to be you get one chair for $5 or two for $10. I think that's the going rate.
That's a great deal. I used to go to
You're
Eskimo.
not going to get that
It
anywhere
would be
else.
awesome if they did like a 3 for 15 or a 4 for 20.
Yeah, see now
420. Ah,
4 for 20. See now we
Tony knows about that. You know what I'm talking about, Tony. Wear underwear next time.
Wear underwear, Tony.
How you gonna show up? Nah.
With no underwear on.
Is this an outtake?
No, it's not.
This is not.
I'm putting him on.
All right, so
November is coming up. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? That means it is time for the, what are they calling it
This
year?
is our biggest
it's
event
the
of the
Open
year.
Table Lodge.
It's the Open Table Lodge. It is November 10th, 2014. $35. It's going to be a medieval theme. We're going to have a pig roast and Masonic beverage and
Bob
fun.
Holsinger. Excellent job.
Holsinger's meat. They did it last year. It was amazing.
Phenomenal.
So, I know it's a Monday.
Whole singers. Nobody beats their meat.
And there it is.
What?
Right there.
There are tickets.
Boom, tickets. $35 each.
You want the tickets? You want the tickets? So we don't go broke. Do, 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 do.
No, that's going to be a good time. It was a good time last year.
Yeah.
Food was awesome.
The food
Oh
was
my
great.
god, the food was great. I was so stuffed. And then the meat, it should be good this year because it's been fermenting for a year. Actually, go grab a bottle.
It's a medieval theme.
We have it in the fridge?
No,
No, we
it's-
have it in there. Do you have the key to that door?
No.
Do you have the key to the Ashlar?
No.
It's on my...
It's on
Grab
that
my
ring.
key
It's
set.
Yoda, Master Yoda.
Master Yoda.
It's on there once.
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
It's on there somewhere.
So we got the festive board
I
coming
got,
up.
I got a little Ebola going on here.
Yeah, that shit'll kill you.
Yeah.
Watch out for Ebola.
Yes. So, yeah, so the festival board is going to be pretty good this year, we think. We also have Bourbon Bangers coming up, if you want to be involved in that, on November 1st.
And you don't have to be a...
You don't have to be anybody to go to Bourbon Bangers.
Yeah, you can just be anybody. You buy a ticket and you're good.
Look at that.
Here, hand me a bottle.
Isn't it beautiful?
This stuff was brewed by Brother Mark Rice, and I actually was part of the committee on that. The committee was a constant effort, because getting Mark to do something is a constant effort. But he did a great job, corked it, bottled it. He's got his own little label here, so we'll be getting shitty off of this. I mean,
See, there it is.
right there.
We did our best not to
Sorry.
swear.
Partaking.
We've already started over 3 times.
We're only 9 minutes in. So yeah, Bourbon and Bangers. Last year it was put on by the folks from Jack Daniels. It was amazing. I've yet to open up the bottle of Gentleman Jack, so we might do that sometime soon. I don't know. I can't drink that stuff's nasty. Who's doing it this time?
It's somebody different.
It is Always Runs. The Bourbon and Bangers is going to be at Always Runs, and I'll give you the exact dates as I know them.
Is it Johnny Walker? It's not Johnny Walker, isn't it?
Always Runs at 7 p.m. I guess get with
Scott Paddock?
Scott Paddock or Chip Zimmer. One of the
Chip
two.
Zimmer?
Jason Owens.
Jason Owens. Should give a shout out to Gary Freeman.
Gary Freeman!
Just because I do this doesn't mean I'm going to do it for the Shrine.
And Gary Freeman says you will. So
Roger that. I'm on it.
Also, once again, Gary Freeman, if everything goes correctly, he's going to be our next potentate for the Allegan Shrine. So that's a huge thing.
It's a big thing.
That's very big, and congratulations goes up to him
Absolutely.
for that. So yeah, so you're probably doing this because I've already volunteered you to do most of the networking and stuff of that nature for the Shrine. So good luck.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it, right?
Yeah, we'll go down there and have us a little Wednesday dinner. We'll play a little Ace of Clubs.
Oh, yeah. Man, I missed that.
We'll play a little Ace of Clubs on a Wednesday night, and then we'll do a podcast right after that. And
Who
we'll
do you know will buy the entire jar for $40 to win 25? I didn't know. I thought
No, it was a $50 pot.
I thought it was like $200 pot, and I
No.
buy like the whole thing and still lost.
Yeah, Cops Robbers games. You buy $1, turn it. Sometimes you get a chance to. There's like 15 tickets. If you get a holder number, which means 1 through 15, they say number 15 wins $50, or some of them are like $5 or $10. So to win a possible $50 pot, he puts $40 in
And still loses.
and still lost.
I didn't know.
But we all liked his enthusiasm.
It's my money better.
So, but anyway, yeah, so apparently we're going to be using that, and it's going to be fun.
It's a good time. Wednesday nights, every Wednesday night at the Shrine, there is something to do. Wednesday night dinner. What do they got? Sunday brunch.
Friday night on the veranda, we had karaoke and everything out there. We've been going out there. That's good. And that came from nowhere. It's
Your
like,
wife is proud. I can tell. You think she'd cut your hair? Holy
You
crap!
got a wife?
You'd think she would.
You got a Billy Ray Cyrus look going on.
That's just wrong.
so anyway, so nice on the veranda. I think this is coming to a close because it's getting colder.
A little colder.
But I think they brought it inside last week. And they had karaoke. We had live bands. And just had a ball, going up there on Wednesday nights and come back on Friday nights. Then Sunday brunches. There's always something to do there.
I would go Fridays if I didn't have a part-time boss that was a real hard fellow to work for.
And some people, it just works like that sometimes.
Shout out to WB.
Yep, WB.
So there's been a lot of changes going on in our personal lives. Shut up. I'm not getting on you now.
That's what she said.
No longer am I selling campers.
Okay.
Found myself working
In a van down by the river.
in a van down by the river,
Selling vans.
selling vans to people that live by the river. No, I got a job with Frederick County,
Hey, good job.
so that's going.
It's going.
Apparently, takes like a month to get a check.
It happens.
Oh, when you start all those
Yep.
places.
So it's 2 weeks. You work one paycheck in the hole.
Yeah,
They just figure you're going to die in that job forever.
hope so. Good job. Kids are fine?
Yeah.
Kids fine? Everybody's kids fine?
Mine are good.
Good?
I got kids.
Good
Are you sure you're the father?
I think so.
Well, why does one look like me? Just kidding, Ashley.
No, see, now we're going to get
Now
cut
we're
again.
done.
Now we're going to get cut again.
No. We're too far in it.
So, what about the lodge? There was some, we have some money coming in, apparently.
We had a brother that passed.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear that.
And
That's a very unfortunate thing.
he left us
Yeah.
some dollar bills. Thank you, family, for that. Trying to really figure out what the best way is to use it. Had a discussion tonight about it, and it was the first time since I've been here that I was actually able to have a really good discussion with two groups of people, two members. Well,
Opposing ideas.
and it was more generational than it was anything. Because
Definite age
once we got to the point to where if we could say, what is it? Just to get them to listen, everything was receptive. So today, I was really happy to see the maturity, the level of professionalism that everybody brought to the table, because
Yes.
we were able to think of different aspects on things to do with this building. That's great.
And it seemed that no one closed off.
No one, yeah. So we were able to go have a mature discussion, and at the end shake hands.
And talk about it even further.
Absolutely.
No one just stormed. And that's exactly what masonry is supposed to be. At the end of the day, the whole thing's founded upon people having differing ideas and enlightenment and education and knowledge and anytime you have education, you have different ideas. And if you have a closed off mind, that's what most masons were running from, was people with closed off minds. So what we did tonight was the epitome of what masonry should be. One side had an idea, the other had an idea. We discussed the ideas. We gave passionate views. This is what I really believe. This is what I really believe. And pieces of it, I saw their side. And I think pieces, they see my side. We may not all still agree, but we walked out there respecting each other. And that's the end result is what I enjoyed about that conversation.
It's a beginning.
Yes.
It's a step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
I mean, the green thing is not. But this
Where'd
is-
that come from?
This is a step in the right direction.
Come on. That's horrible.
No, yeah, I totally support going green and, Ralph Nader and stuff like that. But,
You know what? Go green as long as it's cost effective.
I'm not saying we're going to put, 10 windmills on the roof, but
Why
I mean,
not?
Stop it. But switching to LED lights to the rooms that we use the most, you're talking 1 cent a watt there. 1.21 gigawatts. Back to the future.
oh, it's a weather experiment. Oh.
Well,
You know what we need to power this place? A bolt of lightning. Just need a bolt of lightning.
1.21 gigawatts.
Great Scott! Oh, we're nerds.
Good for Marty!
That was pretty good.
yeah,
Christopher
there it
Lloyd.
is. Now, aren't y'all glad y'all seeing what we actually do now? Because
This is the last video podcast.
I think it was better just hearing it. Because I think seeing it, they're going like, y'all a bunch of nerds.
It's late at night. I mean, we're going on fumes here. Well,
4
George
hours.
it's like noontime for him as far as regular people time. But
I texted him this morning at 9 o'clock. I'm like, you up?
nope.
Nope. 11:32. You up? Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. What you need?
I'm like, well, hold on.
Didn't say I went to bed at 5.
Oh, really? I would have just, I'd have texted you when I got up.
Nah, that's cool. It
I was
happens.
up at 4.
What you doing?
Going to work.
Oh man. So it's so we had that good conversation tonight. Hopefully we can kind of keep going and figuring out what we're going to do because I guess we can tell everybody's points on the podcast because people may listen to it, but because it's not a secret of meeting, it's just what we're trying to get across. Is
We're in a very old building
Yeah.
that is
a 100-year-old building that
dilapidated. Is that the right word for it?
1989. I'm sorry, 1898.
1898.
1898.
And if anybody out there has any advice, or if you have been through this kind of situation where we could get some funding, or where we could, where we could go from here on how to.
Do you write grants?
Well, see, the thing is, I'm not sure we want to go that route because we've been told before. I mean, this place used to be a post office, from what I understand. Is that correct?
No, this was built as a lodge.
Really?
There was a post office in here.
Yeah.
Post office?
Yeah,
They
there
might
was a
have had
post
one down
office in
in
here.
Yeah, the front of the building used to be.
It never used to.
A
Where the
storefront.
steps went up, it was always a lodge, but there was a post office on the left hand side.
So if we
There
go
was a
back
wall
to
there that was 2 separate buildings.
That's kind of cool.
yeah, but anyway,
There's
so,
a lot of history in this building. I hear my grandma talk about. She used to come in and watch movies in the auditorium.
Patsy
There
Cline
was
and
a-
Johnny Cash used to perform down back.
with Jason Owens.
Jason Owens.
And J Lo.
But the thing is is we got money now. We got a few dollars from our brethren, and we need to be able to figure out: do we spend it to band-aid the place, to limp it along, or do we try to get out of it
Start fresh.
before it collapses? If it does, I don't really want to leave it. I think it's a beautiful building, but I also don't want to. You have a Ferrari and you wreck the Ferrari. It's a beautiful car, still is, but now it's a totaled Ferrari, and you're not going to get anything out of it. And it's only going to get worse as it sits. So you might say, I don't want to leave this totaled Ferrari, but you need to leave it. It's done. You don't keep putting money into it after they say you know.
You can put lipstick on a
Easy for
pig.
you to say.
You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Well, I mean, in the end, what I think we're talking about is we'd like all the Masons in this county to unite and try to, if you're within city limits or if you're within a yelling shot of where we're at, we'd like to kind of join up and create a superpower, if you will.
And I agree with that because, as you pointed out in the meeting, we have 2 lodges and great group of guys in each lodge. There's just not enough of us.
As being divided, you're never going to get anything done. And it's always you know history. United we stand, divided we fall. Everybody says these words, and yet we've got 5 lodges in a stone's throw of ourselves.
I mean, like Ben Franklin said, to touch your point, surely we must all hang together, or we will all hang separately.
Yeah. So, and it's exactly right. So, I mean, I don't really get the fact. I've talked to many different Masons all around, and everybody has the same issue. They keep building all these different lodges
Because of something that happened 30 years ago.
right next to each other, and it's like you have, we got 200 members, and you have 10 that show up, 20 that show up, and they've got 10 to 20 that show up, and they got 20, and everybody's begging for money, and everybody's begging for people to do things. But if everybody bonds together, you have 60 members all active, not just sitting on the sidelines, but every one of them are doing pancake feeds, doing spaghetti feeds, because everybody's used to being the only people doing it. So now you bring them in active. Then you have a 600-man chapter, 600-man Mason lodge with 100 active members versus 200. Like we have 200 with 25 active members. To me it makes sense, but maybe I'm not seeing something that's.
Well, this county is really historic. In the time back when we decided we were going to look at grants and stuff, I did some research at the library next door.
And I was in contact with a bunch of people, and from where that came from, because I don't know what Bob was talking about, but this is actually on the historic register.
Yeah.
It is not a national landmark. We do not want national landmark status.
Well, I'm just saying, one thing that we have that's very unique to any place in the country.
Is George Withington?
No.
No.
It's close, though. It's close.
He's very unique.
Close. We
Certifiable.
were the first county named after George Washington.
Okay.
And that's some kind of part of history and masonry that we could join together and kind of embrace and make larger. I mean, he's a
We have
landmark.
medicine for that, you know.
What? You mean George Washington was amazing?
That's a secret. You're not supposed to be telling things like that.
Well, then why are there pictures of him in his regalia?
It's a secret.
Why are you asking if he was a Mason? All over the world.
It's a secret. I wish it would be
well,
quiet.
maybe GW didn't know.
GW.
So I mean, those are just some thoughts that we've come up with, and there's been some people talked about it, and a few people here, a few people there, but it's never been a consensus. And the thing is why not start the conversation, because it may take 15 years to get it done. So just start the conversation.
And here's what I get.
Worst thing is no.
We come up with a problem. It's easier to complain about a problem, and then the next thing that someone says to you is figure out how to fix it. How are we going to fix our numbers in this lodge? How are you going to fix your numbers in that lodge? And how are you going to fix your numbers in the other lodge? We've come up with that solution. It's not hard. We're not asking you to give up anything more than what we're not already willing to give up ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Washington Lodge, whatever number, would be amazing in Washington County.
Yeah, Washington 1000 whatever it is.
It doesn't
And then
matter the number. We can create an identity.
We're not, and that's the thing that we're going to take our history with us.
Yeah, we're going to embrace it.
We're going to have
But we're going to be about building the future.
exactly. We're going to have cabinets, and it's going to say, friendship, whoever, right there, and we're going to be able to say this is where we came from. We came from a time where, this lodge split up from this one, and then, they were able to come back together, and that's what saved masonry in Washington
It's
County.
only right that a lodge named Friendship would reach out to create something.
Irony.
You know what I'm saying? It's only right that a lodge named Friendship would do something like that.
Yeah, but you, like I said, and this exactly what you're saying is if we can completely reach out, bring all the Eastern Stars together, bring the commandery together, once we're all under one roof, we can do the Sierra Club, the Sierra unit from the Shrine Club, from Allegan. We can have that in there. We can have our meetings in there. We can
Dinners.
have dinners in there. We can have the Eastern Stars show up in there. We have commandery from there. Scottish Rite meetings. That could instead of having everybody spread out going to the Western Sizzler for this.
It's
or that,
time to bring them home.
It's everybody comes back together and bonds as a group, and then we circle the wagons, and then we go out from there. The only downside to it, there's none.
None.
There's no downside.
Pride.
You hold pride that's the downside of everybody. So
And as Masons, pride is nothing that, we show pride in our lodge, pride in our community. But when you use pride in a selfish nature, no.
it's almost like this. I gave an example earlier tonight to somebody. If you're dying, if you're literally a human being is having a heart attack and you're dying, and you see somebody walking over to give you CPR, do you go, anybody can give me CPR but you, and maybe you. All of you don't give me any type of CPR. No, you're going to say whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
But you first got to realize you're dying.
It's a humble experience.
It's
you
a
gotta
hum-
accept it.
So you got to accept that
Where you're at.
we rely on each other. I rely on somebody to give me CPR, and it's not, we're struggling too.
Look,
So
if
we're not saying
Human nature is supposed to reach out to build somebody else up. It's supposed to empower somebody else.
Yeah, we're not
supposed to be together. We're social
Do
creatures.
you imagine how much we could learn from the other people of other lodges?
yes. How much
The
knowledge?
age, the experience, their history, our history.
The Lodge of Perfection, all these different things that all over the place.
If
we bring it
history
in
split
one.
us apart, history can bring us back together.
That's sweet.
What about the aspect of even if they wanted to maintain their own identity, but if we had everybody under one roof?
Still makes no sense to do that.
I understand that.
We should create a new identity, but
I
embrace our
understand that.
past.
I understand about the new identity, but we also have all these people that are still stuck on their pride. They're stuck on their soapbox. They want to be
Special.
special ed. I don't know what.
To me, that's very un-Masonic.
Granted. But in order to still be able to unify, gotta be like that. Just gotta be like that.
Always that guy.
You can still unify all the different people under one roof. You can still put everybody in one building, and still everybody can get together and have parties. You can have your own. Everybody.
Are you
can
done,
have-
President Obama?
Well, the thing is,
the
is,
guy
is
off
well, the
screen.
thing is,
Wow.
The one guy.
narrator.
the thing is this. In Cumberland, if you know in Cumberland,
They have
they've got
three,
a nice
right?
building. They got 3 lodges in there. Do
It's
the
a
same
beautiful
thing.
building.
But they have the same problems where they have 3 lodges that meet in that
Yeah.
building.
Oh, come on now. All right, hang on.
Good, just slide in.
Little Billy Ray's coming into focus.
So they got 3 lodges, I think 3, minimum of 3. Potomac, Queen City.
City and something river.
Cumberland Special, they've got just as many liquor stores as they do churches.
Yeah, but the thing about that
Or spas.
is they have the same issue. They have 3 different worshipful masters. They have different meetings. Now, granted, they have people going in and out of there, but they still have 25 or 30 members each. If they would just bond together with one, that building would be used for one thing.
And they're that much closer than we are because at least they're all under one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
that's a beautiful lodge, too.
It
They
is
just
gorgeous.
redid
But
that.
they're like they have
See that
so
from the
so
interstate?
one lodge is like, we're having an event and 5 guys show up. Doggone it, why don't we get more people? Well, then that other lodge, who's also under the roof, has an event and 10 guys show up. Why don't we get more people?
Because they need to unite.
And then no one's thinking, or they are thinking, but I don't get why.
Unite or die.
I just don't get
It's like a football team. You're going to fight to get every inch that you can.
I'm not going to hear this Al Pacino speech, are we?
Do you know it?
Yes, I do, by heart.
Come on, do it.
I
Do
can't
it.
Do
Do
It's
it.
very inappropriate.
But no, he makes a great point.
That's what living is.
Yeah.
The 6 inches in front of your face.
It's true. It really is. We got to do it together. Or
You gotta
else.
look into the guy next to you.
Yeah. So anyway, and those are the thoughts we brought up. Those are the thoughts we brought up tonight, and didn't really solve anything, but it was kind of get the thought process. And if it's at the end of the day, everybody says, I don't want to be with Brother John. I don't want to be with Brother Smith. Well, why? We could create a whole new group of friends.
He was here when you joined.
Well, what I'm saying is we could create a whole new group of people.
Brother Smith just left, actually.
Well,
Smith with an F. Smith.
so-
Rob Smith.
Oh,
but I don't know. That was just my thoughts on it, and hopefully we can figure something, piece it together, and figure out a way because we're not growing.
It's going to happen, whether you're alive or not. It's going to
are
happen.
you threatening to kill somebody?
We're going to wait him out.
That's what it sounds like.
We're going to wait him out. How you feeling? Oh, not too good? Couple more years. I get my vote.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I think we do, and this is just a really turbulent time for this lodge. It's where it could fail, or we could turn over a new leaf and succeed at something.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, we've got a lot of younger members, and I think the communication that we have instilled in these guys. I mean, I know when I came in, I was like kind of lost, but now, there are people saying, "Hey guys, this is what needs to happen. This is what's expected of you." We're not going to run into the issue of, someone coming in, getting their first degree, and then we don't never see them again because they didn't have the proper expectations communicated to them when they first started out. And if we could get Jason Owens on board,
He'll be back.
he'll be back. But and that's another thing too. Communication is a big issue. It all comes down to education. So next Monday, 2 Mondays next
Two
meeting.
Mondays.
You're going to have, hopefully,
27th?
we got the Fellowcraft degree, and hopefully there's enough time I can,
Rice, Clink, Castle.
the
Who else
mob
is in
squad.
there? Is there anyone else in there?
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Vibrating.
Going to try see if I can sneak in a presentation of servant leadership. So I have a PowerPoint on that. I think everybody would benefit from that.
Servant leadership?
Mm-hmm.
And be on the lookout for the next podcast coming from Allegan.
All right. With that, I'm going to ask Derby to hit the end button, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
guys.
Peace.